So today is Sunday, September 15th, 2024. And as you may know, a couple of months ago, I believe it was July 13th, there was an alleged attempted assassination on Donald Trump's life at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Now, you may agree or disagree, but in my opinion, the event seems staged. I don't know if you didn't see it, you can see it for yourself.
Want to really see something to said? Take a look what happened. Let me get my shoes Some on the right, severe right, came up with this Project 25, and I don't even know. I mean, some of them I know who they are, but they're very, very conservative, just like you have. They're sort of the opposite of the radical left, okay? You have the radical left and you have the radical right. And they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is, it's Project 25. He's involved in Project, and then they read some of the things and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it. But what they do is misinformation and disinformation, and they keep saying, he's a threat to democracy. I'm saying, what the hell did I do for democracy? Last week I took a bullet for democracy.
Then today, on Sunday, September 15th, just 2 months after the first attempted assassination on Donald Trump's life, allegedly Donald Trump was playing golf, and there was a shooting in the vicinity of where he was playing golf. So right now the news is saying they don't know if this was a second assassination attempt on Trump's life, or they don't know if it was an unrelated incident. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments.
Following an assassination attempt on the 13th of July, which saw him almost killed, gunshots have been fired in Donald Trump's vicinity at the former president's golf club in Florida. Now, we've got an update on this. Secret Service opened fire at a suspected person with a weapon while Trump was golfing. AP reports citing law enforcement sources. Now, the New York Post earlier said that it was an isolated incident outside of the golf club, not related to Donald Trump. The speculation is now growing that Trump may have been the target. We can't confirm that. But scenes of chaos at what must surely go down as one of the most controversial election races in the history of US politics. So that's the latest we've got. Trump is safe, by the way. He said, I'm absolutely fine. Let's have a look at this, the latest. Donald Trump says, I'm safe following gunshots in my vicinity. No further details available. However, the Washington Post and other outlets were reporting the incident. Trump is safe following gunshots in his vicinity. A statement from his team says. Let's get the views now of US political analyst Roger Giewald. Roger, thank you for joining us. You've met Donald Trump. We don't have much detail here, but suffice to say that he needs that security protection more than ever.
Yes, I think assassination of Trump is one of the biggest threats that the Western world faces right now. We don't know what's happened here. You know, shots in the vicinity, in a place like West Palm Beach, and outside his golf course, which is on a very wide main road with all sorts of fields and other things around it. It could be anything, but when we hear the Secret Service return fire, that escalates it into a whole different story, and we obviously need more details.
Most definitely. I understand, according to NBC, a person is being questioned in connection with the gunshots reported near Trump International Golf Course in Florida. Citing 3 senior law enforcement officials. Investigators are trying to confirm whether or not a gun was found in the bushes near the golf course where the former president was playing. The bottom line is this man is a target, and he always will be.
Absolutely. Well, any president is a target, but somebody as controversial as Trump in this polarized climate that we find ourselves in is especially a target, and it's happened once. I mean, they are saying that Iran would do anything to get rid of him. There's all sorts of people who might want him gone, and he just really needs to be very careful. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him going around in a Perspex Polkmobile pretty soon.
Indeed, although he will still want to have access to the public because he's very much pitching himself as the people's president, isn't he?
He's not pitching himself. He is. I mean, when you're with him, it overflows. I mean, he can't get enough of meeting people and talking. And when he speaks to you, you think you're the only person in the room, and it's going to be very hard for him to give that up and live behind a shuttered atmosphere. And you know, he lives at Mar-a-Lago, but my view is that the golf course is his favorite place. So for this to happen near there, I'm sure must be very upsetting for him.
If this was an attempt on his life for the second time in a matter of months, will this affect the president mentally, do you think?
No, I don't think it will. I think he knows. I think he's a realist. He's a man who's been in business for many decades. He's had his ups and his downs. He's a very tough guy. The key word to describe Donald Trump, as one of his closest advisors, a friend of mine says, is resilience. So I think this will just strengthen his resolve.
Indeed. And obviously following that assassination attempt, he got back up on his feet at the podium and he just said, fight, fight, fight. He won plaudits for his brave reaction to that attempted assassination. Do you think if this latest incident was targeted at him, that it will have political implications?
Yeah, I mean, I think it will just, convince the people who support Trump that there's a real danger that the enemy is seriously after him. And the people who don't support Trump will, the ones who are not very nice will probably be sorry it didn't happen. And the other ones probably won't show much sympathy. But he just needs to be very, very careful because he is a target and he's so important to the world. And the more we see Kamala with her movie star status after 5 minutes after nobody wanted to endorse her, because that's all the Democrats have got, the more the opposition to Trump can grow in certain quarters.
Indeed. I've got the latest now from Donald Trump. Donald Trump has said he will never surrender in his first post after gunshots were reported in his vicinity whilst golfing at Trump International Golf Course in Florida. Never surrender. That'll be the message and the mantra in the weeks ahead, won't it? Here are live pictures, by the way, if you're just joining us. Gunfire in the vicinity of Donald Trump whilst playing golf in Florida. He's not been injured in any way, but that looks like some kind of convoy, judging by those live pictures. But the latest from Donald Trump, very much in character. "We will never surrender." His first post after this latest incident, and that will be the mantra of the campaign going forward, Roger.
Well, more than that, Mark, we are now. I'm on another program in a few hours where I know they want to ask me what is the greatest threat to America, to the world, to the West. And I've just revised what I was going to say, because the greatest threat now is those people, starting with the heads of NATO, who think it's fine to start firing missiles into Russia. That will produce World War I in 3 minutes.
World War III, yeah.
World War III, I'm sorry, World War III. In
You're
3
not that old,
minutes.
Roger.
Who would you want negotiating with Putin? Would you want Trump or would you want Kamala Harris?
Well, of course, Trump certainly didn't start any wars whilst president, which is in itself quite unique historically. Look, I'm gonna put a very blunt question to you, Roger, and it might be a tough question to answer because you've met Trump, you've spent time in his company. But do you fear that Donald Trump could be killed before November?
Yeah, I think it's a definite possibility, and it scares me, and it scares a lot of other people. I mean, nobody is safe in his position. I don't know, other than I say, a Perspex Oldsmobile, I don't know what he can do, but he likes to play golf most days of the week, many days of the week, and as you said, he loves to get out there and be with his public. So he's exposed. Yes, it's a definite possibility, and it's very frightening. And I am old enough to remember Kennedy, JFK, being killed, and the world went into a period of depression for almost 6 months. It would be a horrible thing to have to go through. And Kennedy was not divisive and controversial.
Most definitely. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris, of course, the Democrats' nominee to face Donald Trump for the race for the White House, says she's glad her presidential rival Donald Trump is safe after gunshots were heard in his vicinity. Violence has no place in America, Ms. Harris has said on X. Now, Roger, do you think the tone of the debate and the race for the presidency has imperiled the likes of Donald Trump, particularly